Y'all, this is not a drill. If you've been thinking about couponing, this is the way to get started, because we're gonna grab all of these items in our cart, including a $50 gift card, for like 50% off using only our phone. And I'm gonna show you step by step how to do this week at CVS. Hey y'all, welcome back. It's Dee. We are inside of CVS so we can get into some amazing deals that you can save a lot of money on. And I'm talking food, household essentials, baby care. So I wanna do a $50 challenge. Let me know if you want to as well. And in the comments, let me know where y'all from, what the weather's like. I'm here in Georgia, y'all, and it feels good. We are in like the 80s. But I'm gonna switch the video up a little bit this time around because I want to show those that are new, like completely new, how you can grab over $100 worth of products for literally like $50. So 50% off. And we're gonna do this step by step. And I'm gonna show you those that might be a little more advanced, another way that you can do it so you can come out cheaper too. All right, so the first deal we're gonna do is right over here in the gift card section. So this is the first step to our challenge. We need to get a $50 CVS gift card because this week, y'all, that along with other gift cards on this promotion, when we spend $50, y'all, we're gonna get a $10 extra buck. So that's another word for CVS cash. Remember, you can use that to buy something else. So you know you do that candle day at Bath and Body Works, why not go ahead and get your gift card? Now you got $10 you can use towards those diapers, hair care, other items you need. And the good thing about this, y'all, it includes select items but a lot of variety of items. So CVS is normally not included, so I was super shocked. So maybe here they go. I was like, where are they? So grab your CVS gift card. This is the first step to our $50 challenge. Now, I told y'all those that might be a little more advanced, what I would do is just redeem a gift card from Fetch Rewards. I had some points and I ended up redeeming a $25 gift card. Now with Fetch, you know, it takes about 72 hours, so do it now. But go ahead and redeem a gift card for what you can and then see what extra bucks you have to lower your out of pocket. But again, this is a great way for those who haven't couponed a day in your life and you want to learn how to save on those products you're already paying for. So we got our $50 gift card. You're going to go ahead and check out, and then now you're going to have a $10 extra buck. All right, so now that you have your $10 extra buck, the first deal we're going to do is going to be on our laundry care. So we're going to grab one of these big boy Purex that are $9.99 this week, which is great considering they're almost $14 normally. But they're on this promotion. We buy one, y'all, it get a $4 extra buck. But remember, we just got that $10 extra buck for doing the gift card deal. So now we're going to roll that $10 extra buck to pay for this. So go ahead and grab one, get that added to your cart. And now that's going to total you $9.99 at the register. But you're going to hand them that $10 extra buck, and now you're not going to pay anything but tax. And then you can just put the tax on your gift card. But $9.99, use that $10 extra buck, and then we get back a $4 extra buck. So now that makes that just $5.99. But here's where it gets even better, y'all. Because on Ibotta, which is that free rebate app I love using, we have offers for $2 back. So now you're getting $2 in cash back, which essentially now makes this just $3.99, when again, it's normally almost $14. All right, y'all, so let's go ahead and check out doing this first deal. I have a $10 care pass, so I'm just going to use that to pay. But again, you would have that $10 extra buck from doing the gift card deal, or maybe you just have $10 in extra bucks. So let's test this first transaction out. Oh, y'all, and real quick tip, make sure y'all get more bang for your buck, or maybe you have a preference, but this one right here is 150 fluid ounce versus this one is 129. Right, y'all, went ahead and checked out, and that worked out beautifully. So I didn't even have to pay tax. I used a $10 extra buck, y'all. It reduced down. I didn't even pay tax. I got the $4 extra buck. Now I'm going to go ahead and submit to Ibotta for the $2 back. So now we're up $2, y'all. We initially already, well, for you, may have already just spent $50, but so far you haven't spent anything else. And now we have our laundry care, and now we're going to work on our next deal. All right, y'all, submitted to Ibotta. Now, it initially did not pick it up, so I just went ahead and did missing items and then went through my saved items, click select, and then scan it, and then it picked it up. So sometimes that happens, but I got the $2 back, plus I had like 10 cents in your receipt, so I got back $2.10, y'all. So initially, I have paid nothing out of pocket. I have used the $10 extra buck that I had on my account, and now I have $2. So far, I've made $2. Now, for you, if you're new to couponing, you would have initially already spent $50, but now you've gotten $2 back from Ibotta, so now you've actually only spent $48. So not to get too confusing, but this is why a coupon. So now, with this $4 extra buck, we're going to go ahead and do our next deal, and we're going to get stocked up on our oral care. All right, y'all, and if our next deal, we're gonna do this deal right here on the Colgate. They will select ones, y'all. They are $3.99, and for buying two, we get a $4 extra buck, and we have a 3 off of 2 digital. So how the deal is gonna work? I already have my 2 in my cart. Now I did scan these and the ones in my cart. Both of them do attach to that 3 off of 2 digital. So of course, switch it to your preference. So both of these are gonna total me $7.98 initially. But that $3 digital is going to come off, and that's going to drop me down to $4.98. But remember, we're going to use that $4 extra buck we got from the Purex deal. So we'll be left to pay 98 cents. So remember, use your extra bucks or use your $50 gift card. So now you just first use this gift card to cover this, and this is only 98 cents. So now we're going to go ahead and check out, do this deal, and then that $4 extra buck we're going to get, we're going to roll that into our next deal. And y'all, it is important to scan every product because I just noticed that one says whitening, one says clean mint, and you'll be surprised. Sometimes it'll be a part of another deal or not attached. So make sure you're using that scan feature on the app to scan your products so you don't have any issues at checkout. And as I wait, if you got a sweet tooth, those Hershey like little singular candies are 2 for $2.50, and when you buy 2, you get a $1 extra buck. So it's gonna make it $1.50 or 75 cents each. All right, y'all, went ahead and checked out, and that worked out beautifully. Paid 98 cents, and then I got the $4 extra buck that now we're gonna roll into our next deal. All right, y'all, the next deal we're gonna do, we're gonna roll that $4 extra buck from the Colgate to help cover this next deal, which is on the Bactine. Well, it actually includes several products, y'all, but they're on this promotion. For buying one, we get a $5 extra buck. But I'm gonna focus on this because we have $2.50 or $2.49 offers on Ibotta for this particular product, y'all. And remember, Ibotta is that free rebate app, so it's a great way to save. And if you're new, you're actually gonna get a $5 welcome bonus for using my sign up code or link. So just know you're gonna be out, like, coming out even cheaper, y'all. So these might be priced at $8.49 at your store. At mine, they're actually $8.29, so I'm gonna come out cheaper. But let me give you worst case scenario. So worst case scenario, this is $8.49, but we're gonna use that $4 extra buck from the Colgate deal to help cover this. So that's going to drop us down to $4.49. But remember, we're going to pay that with our CVS gift card, and then we're going to get back a $5 extra buck that we're going to use towards our next deal, which is going to be our paper deal, and then we're going to get back $2.49. So far, y'all, between all 2 transactions that we've done so far, and when we finish this third one, we would have only spent $50, but so far gotten back $2 from Ibotta, plus $2.49 from Ibotta after this deal, and a $5 bonus if you're new. So let's go ahead and check out doing this next deal. Now, y'all, I forgot about that $3 extra buck I got for my birthday. So another way to get a free extra buck, make sure y'all add y'all birthday so you can get that $3 birthday buck. So my out-of-pocket actually ended up being even cheaper. But nonetheless, you use that $4 extra buck, you pay the $4.49, and then I submitted my receipt to Ibotta, and I got the $2.49 back. So remember, at this point, we still have only used that $50 gift card. What we're going to do is going to get us stocked up on paper towels and tissue, y'all. So we're going to do this amazing deal on our Scott products, because whether you get the tissue, which is the 6 equals 12, you can do the the paper towels, 6 equals 12. You could do the tissue right here, the Scott 1000, or the Scott Comfort, which is what I actually plan on picking up. So always check different areas, but they're $10.49, y'all. And when we buy 2, we're gonna get back a $5 extra buck. And we have dollar digitals for both the tissue and for the paper towels. So I'm gonna grab one of each. And remember, we just got that $5 extra buck from the Bactine deal, so that's gonna lower our out-of-pocket even more. So here we are with both of our Scott products, y'all. And our total is currently at $20.98. But remember, we have a dollar digital we're going to use for each one of those. So that's going to initially drop us down to $18.98. But remember, from that previous Bactine deal, we had that $5 extra buck. So we're initially paid $13.98. But again, we're going to just put that on that $50 gift card we got in our first transaction. So let's head to the register. Let's test this deal out. And y'all, this worked out beautifully. $18.98 was my total before tax, but of course use your extra bucks that you have to lower your out of pocket, which is what I did. And then I did get back my $5 extra bucks. So now we're going to roll that into our next deal. All right, y'all, now that we have our $5 extra buck from our Scott paper towel deal. Now it's time to get some food. So we're going to do this deal on select Nabisco family size products like the Oreos, the Chips Ahoy's, and even like the Honey Made graham crackers. They're 2 for $9. And when we buy 2, we get a $2 extra buck. So that essentially drops it down to 2 for $7 or $3.50 each. But remember, we're going to use that $5 extra buck we got from the previous transaction. So we'll initially pay $4, getting back the $2 extra buck. But again, we're just going to put it on our gift card. And y'all, I didn't realize they had the chewy. When I say my family loves these, I'm hoping I can mix and match. Sometimes CVS is a little funny when it comes to that. I know my household doesn't like the stuffed ones, but hopefully it still comes up 2 for $9 if I buy 2 different ones. So we're going to test that out as well. And that worked out beautifully, y'all. So as you see, I used the $5 extra buck from the Scott deal. It left me to pay $4, and I got back that $2 extra buck. But again, y'all, I'm just using CVS gift cards to lower my out of pocket. So make sure you're using that $50 gift card we got in transaction 1. All right, y'all. So this is going to be a great deal to get stocked up if you need diapers, training pants. The Ninjamas are even included, but the Pampers Easy Ups and the just regular Pamper diapers, they're not only $9.99, which is amazing considering they're almost $14. But for buying 2, we're going to get a $5 extra buck. And we have $3 digitals, y'all. So if you wanted to factor your diapers into your next transaction, you could pick up 2 of the ones at $9.99. That'll total you $19.98. But we're going to use that 3 off of 2 digital, which then drops us down to $16.98 for both. And then remember, we'll get back that $5 extra buck for buying 2. But remember, we're not paying the $16.98 because remember, we're going to use that $2 extra buck we got from doing the Nabisco deal. So we'll initially pay that $14.98. Now for me, I'm actually going to switch it up and do the Shea Moisture deal. So my out of pocket is actually going to be cheaper. But like I always say, switch it to your preference. So for my next deal, I'm actually going to do the Shea Moisture deal where when we spend $20 on select hair and like personal care products, we get a $10 extra buck. And y'all, I have $5 digitals and 5 off of 2 digitals for like the hair products. And I have a $5 digital for like the body personal care products. So I'm going to get one of the hair products. The cheapest one at my stores are typically like those gels down there at $10.79 or $10.99, depending on your store's price. And then for my second item, I'm going to get a personal care item so I can use that $5 digital. So I'm going to grab the body washes. They're a little bit more. They might be like $13.49 at your store. At my store, surprisingly, they're actually a little bit cheaper and they're $12.79. So now that we have both of our Shea Moisture products, let's do the math. So both of these products are going to total me $23.58, which is crazy. But after our $10 in digital coupons come off, $5 for each product, that should drop me down to $13.58. But remember, if I use that $2 extra buck that I got from that Nabisco Oreo and Chips Ahoy deal, then that means that's going to drop me down to initially paying $11.58. And y'all, that worked out beautifully. And I remember I'm getting back that $10 extra buck that I can now roll into this next household deal. Now, this deal I really like because you can really mix and match, because with this promotion, when you spend $20 on select like household products, you get back a $4 extra buck. And there's tons of items included, but in my opinion, the best way to do it is to pick up one of the big Tide liquids down here at $14.99 and then use that $3 digital we have. And then to help us get to $20, we're going to add in either one of the Febreze products, which are $5.99. So you could grab like the car clips if you want the car clips. You can grab the plugs, or you can grab some of the other Febreze products. Maybe you're one that likes the sprays. You can grab those double sprays up there. But for me, I'd rather have dish soap. So I'm going to grab one of the Dawn dish soaps, or you can get the Power Wash. They're $5.99, but all of those products are part of that spend $20 deal, get back a $4 extra buck. So now that we have our 2 products, let's go ahead and do the math. So both of the Tide and the Dawn should bring us to $20.98. But when that $3 digital for the Tide comes off, we'll pay $17.98 initially. But remember, we're just going to roll the extra bucks we just got from that previous deal. So if you do the Pampers deal, that would be a $5 extra buck. Or if you do the Shea Moisture deal for me, that would be a $10 extra buck. So for me, after rolling that $10 extra buck, that should then drop me down to paying $7.98. But again, just use your gift card that you had in the first transaction to help lower your out-of-pocket costs. All right, y'all. So I went ahead and checked out. This worked out beautifully. My digitals came off. Now, I actually ended up doing this deal before the Shea Moisture deal, which is why you don't see the $10 off. But nonetheless, if you do it in order, you'll have that $10 off. And then again, you'll pay the $7.98. Or if you do it with the Pampers deal, then that means you'll initially pay the $12.98. And then you'll use your CVS gift card to help cover the balance. So for me, y'all, this is everything that we were able to get. So let's do the math. So if we go the first route, where we do the Pampers deal instead of the Shea Moisture, if you initially got that $50 gift card as your initial investment, and remember getting back that $10 extra buck that we started off with, Purex deal, and then doing the Colgate deal, the Bactine deal, Scott deal, the snack deal, and then the Pampers deal, and then the Tide deal, then you would be in the negative initially because you would have used all $50 in your gift card, but you would have paid $4.21 out of your own money in addition. So in all, you would have paid $54.21. But remember, between Ibotta doing the Purex and the Bactine deal, we're getting $4.49. So now that kind of balances out, and you actually ended up getting an extra 28 cents. So even though you initially paid that $50 and you had to pay about $4.21 out of your own money before tax, you got back $4.49 from Ibotta. But remember, that's not including the $5 bonus you would get if you're new. So this could actually end up making you even more money than you initially invested. Now, for me, doing the Shea Moisture route, then this means we still have about $4.19 left on our gift card. And again, this is considering before tax and using the prices based off of my store. And remember, we still have the $4.49 from Ibotta. Plus, we have a $4 extra buck for both deals, whichever way you decide to do it, that we can use towards another transaction. So if you go the Shea Moisture route, y'all, you'll still have about $4 left. And then you'll still get the $4.49 from Ibotta or the $9.49 if you're new and get the $5 bonus. But all in all, y'all, this is what $50 can give you. So you would buy the diapers and the Tide alone and be at $50, y'all. So a great way to maximize your savings. So let me know how you did on the $50 challenge, how you switched it around to cater it to your need. Because again, y'all, this is just a flow to kind of get you a little bit of everything, but you might not need every item. So maybe you want to do one $25 gift card to CVS, and then maybe the other $25 can be towards your favorite restaurant, and you can switch the deals. But I just want to show how those items that you normally spend over $100 on, you can get for $50, y'all. And this is the week to do it. So let me know again how y'all did. And if you are one that needs like a flow to follow, make sure you grab my free coupon trip checklist. Use it as a guide if you're doing any of these deals, because sometimes it'll be like a little thing that may have been missed that can throw your whole transaction off. But y'all, all in all, for me, I was able to get over $100 worth of products for free because I was able to use my rewards, redeem those gift cards, and stack my savings to come out not even touching money in my own bank account. Which is why I created my coupon playbook called Deals to Dollar, to show you my personal step-by-step method how I not only save but make money through couponing. So grab it in the link down below, description of this video, or in my profile. But I will see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.